Namaste, friends. You know, hardly few decades back, Bengaluru was known as the capital of film theatres in India. But subsequently, some issues, some problems started facing the film theatres in Bengaluru. If some theatres show only particular films, some others were stuck to particular hero. But more than all these issues, the greatest problem that Bengaluru faced recently is that the owners are demolishing their film theatres and building shopping complexes or apartments. Thus, the film viewing culture for which Bengaluru is known all over India is slowly diminishing and disappearing. Friends, all this process has taken place hardly 100 to 100 years gap. Friends, my today's story is around these film theatres in Bangalore. But let me start with the first ever film theatre built in Bengaluru and what are its specialities. March 10, 1910. That was the golden letters day in the history of film theatres in Bengaluru. That was the day when the Mysore king Nalvadi Krishnaraja Vadiyar inaugurated an assembly hall which was located near the present day KR market. It was called Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami Dharmashala, and it was built by one of the greatest philanthropists of Bengaluru, Janopakari Doddanna. Janopakari Doddanna constructed his assembly hall on the model of Revenue Survey Office building near KR Circle, which is closer to the present day Vidhan Sauda. Well, friends, I would like to share a very interesting background or anecdote regarding this Revenue Survey Office and how Mr. Doddanna got influenced by this. Doddanna used to reside near cantonment area, and he used to walk all the way from that place to KR market every day. While walking, he also used to see the construction of this Revenue Survey Office, which was started in 1900. He liked the architectural style, so he contacted Mr. Rangappa, who was in charge of that, and requested him to build a similar type of construction near KR market also. That's how Rangappa also came here, and we got one of the most beautiful buildings in Bengaluru during that time. Doddanna Hall, when it was built, not at all meant to be a film theatre, but it was built to run a primary school. At the same time, Doddanna wanted it to represent the very culture and heritage of our city, Bengaluru. Meanwhile, it should also serve the purpose of a school, a theatre, and also assembly hall. At that time, there was no such big space or large space in the entire city of Bengaluru. That's why it was always in demand for performances like dance, music, drama, Yakshagana performance, and many other such programs. It used to be always occupied because it was in the center of the city. Friends, at that time, Doddanna Hall was the major landmark of the city, Bengaluru. When silent movie era started, Doddanna Hall was upgraded to be a film theatre. Raja Harishchandra was the first silent movie of the country, directed and produced by Dada Saheb Phalke in 1913. Friends, it did not take much time for the movie to be brought to the city, and Doddana Hall had the credit of being the venue for the first screening of the film in the entire city of Bengaluru. During silent movie era, to keep the audience engaged, the theatre owners used to invite music troupes to give programs along with the screening of the film. Very popular troupe invited then was Prabhat Kalavidaru, who are even today globally renowned cultural organization. The three brothers, Karigiri Acharya, would sing with leg harmonium, and his brother Gopinath Dasaru would be on veena, and one more brother, Jaisimha Dasaru, would be on mridanga. They would sit in the balcony and render compositions of Tyagaraja, Purandaradasa, and others, normally suitable to the content of the film. Their performance used to attract the viewers so much that if they shout once more, they would repeat the song, though the film continued.
ತೊರೆದು ಜೀವಿಸಬಹುದೇ ಹರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚರಣವ ತೊರೆದು ಜೀವಿಸಬಹುದೇ ಹರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚರಣವ ಬರಿದೆ ಮಾತೆ ಕಿನ್ನು ಅರಿತು ಬೇಡುವೆನಯ್ಯ ಬರಿದೆ ಮಾತೆ ಕಿನ್ನು ಅರಿತು ಬೇಳುವೆನಯ್ಯ ಕರಪಿಡಿದು ಎನ್ನನು ಕಾಯೋ ಕರುಣಾನಿದೆ ಕಮಲಾರ ಬಡ್ನಾಥ್ ಕಾಂಚನ ಚೇಲ ಶ್ರೀ ಕಮಲಾರ ಬಡ್ನಾಥ್ ಕಾಂಚನ ಚೇಲ ಶ್ರೀ ಕಮಲಾರ ಬಡ್ನಾಥ್ ಕ್ರಮದಿ ಭಜಿತೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೌಸ್ತುಭ ಭರಣಜೆ ಕ್ರಮದಿ ಭಜಿತೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೌಸ್ತುಭ ಭರಣಜೆ ಕಮಲಾರ ಬಡ್ನಾಥ್.
Doddana Hall is also credited with one more landmark in the film theatre history of Bengaluru. But I will share that equally interesting story in my next episode. Until then, you will subscribe to my channel. Namaste.